Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 104 of Less Platinum Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. I was too focused to notice at the time, but now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
Nah, the security there isn't that sloppy. If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
Then why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
That's right. There must be some kind of reason behind all these oddities. Finding that reason will help us find the hidden truth. Okay, time to discuss it. So what is this hidden truth? Man, this case is just, I can't help it. It's designed so perfectly.
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
Maybe it was just broken.
Perhaps it was turned to a special setting?
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel with a knife?
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
It seemed like the alarm system itself was working properly. So what can we learn from that?
I did attempt to
Alright,
enter the hangar.
well, there's something we forgot. When used, it scatters particles that interfere with electromagnetic waves, rendering electronic communication and sensors unusable. Lasts for about 2 hours and covers an area of about 50 yards. Each can only be used once. Of the 3 that were made, Kokichi had 2 and Maki had 1. So, if we put that together, then it must be the case
The alarm would have activated with 100%.
that an electro bomb must have been used.
That's wrong!
It's so difficult to work out, but it's so perfect.
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down. But Maki only had 1 bomb, and she used it during the raid this morning.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb? I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
But we know that the alarm system was neutralized. It had to be. In that case, then...
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
What?
The main objective of Kokichi using an electro bomb was... disable the remote control, keep Kibo away, to disable the press's safety function. Oh man, it just keeps getting better. How?
Deactivate the safety function on the press.
How is it this good?
Deactivate the safety function?
Someone call the authorities, because it's illegal for it to be this good.
The electro bomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that. But if I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All wrong.
You know, I've seen this like 2 or 3 times now. Well, actually, yeah, I've seen this 3 total times in my life, because 2 practices and then when I played it all the way back when it came out. When he said that just now, where he's like, we've been thinking about this all wrong, I got chills. What aspect of this case runs contrary to the new evidence? The mastermind of this killing game, the credibility of the death video, or Kaito's cause of death? That's weird. It's this one, but I thought it was this one. Okay, it's Kaito's cause of death.
That's it! Kaito's cause of death.
What?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
Yes, the cause of death could now be the hydraulic press.
This is it!
I have to think about this a little bit more,
The
because
hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
Yeah, I'm glad they said after all there, because I'm just like, But yeah, the hydraulic press.
What? It could have?
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. So originally the video showed Kaito being crushed, but they decided that Shuichi has decided basically that there's something wrong with the video, he doesn't trust it, so then the conversation turned to it being about poison, and then they thought the poison killed him, but then because of the safety function being disabled, they went back to it potentially being the cause of death. Alright, so if the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive. After all.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
What do you mean?
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
No matter what?
That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too. Right, Shuichi?
Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death? Was Kaito's cause of death the poison arrow or the hydraulic press? Is it possible to tell? And for the very first time, it is not possible.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim, but rather the unknowable culprit. No one understands but me. Only I know the answer.
I just realized he said the unknowable culprit. This is also the case for the fifth trial or the fifth chapter in the second game. That was also what was trying to happen, but this has been executed way better. Like, I still like that one, but this has been executed way better.
There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Intuition?
Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
And yes, it actually is voting time. So I'm just going to reveal to you that choosing Maki or Kokichi will result in proceeding the trial forward. I'm actually going to choose Maki because I chose Kokichi when I was practicing yesterday, and I just want to see if there was any kind of different dialogue. I don't know what is said when you pick Kokichi, I can't remember, but I just want to see what happens. I don't think anything happens. I think it basically, yeah.
That's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
Yeah, so if you choose Kokichi, this exact same thing happens.
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
Huh? Yes, of course.
Yeah? What kind of a reaction is that?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
What's going on with Monokuma right now?
Monokuma? Do you not know who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
You don't know, do you?
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either. If Monokuma doesn't know, what does that tell us about this case? Wait, this case?
Yes, that's it! So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
Yeah! Alright! Holy crap, and that is what separates it from the Chapter 5 Danganronpa 2 case. Holy crap, it just keeps getting better. There's another rung on the ladder still.
Murder Monokuma couldn't figure out?
But what's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct? That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras, strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electrobomb to scramble whatever that was. The electrobomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the Exisals... Yes, the Exisals weren't protecting Monokuma. They were.
The 4 Exisals in the courtyard around Monokuma, attacking him, bullying him, admiring him, they were watching him.
That's it!
Oh man, I just can't get enough of this case. It is so perfect.
They were watching Monokuma.
Watching him?
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
Oh, at the time, the Exisals were on autopilot and directed to only observe me.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an Exisal, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person who shared that info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way, it'll be fair to all the participants.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
You're right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the Exisals to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
I told you there's no point! Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What?
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind.
Dun dun dun. Perfect.
Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us.
Not only did he tell us, he told us multiple times.
Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
No way I lied! I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
Right. He's a remnant of despair. How'd we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
Well, Monokuma,
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies. Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
Yeah, tell us! Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward, you know?
Aren't you normally the forward one? I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too. But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth. Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
and what is that truth?
I'm not being controlled by Kokichi, because he's not the mastermind.
Sorry if that was piercing, I'll put a note. Oh man, what a bombshell.
Is that really true?
Kokichi was just messing with you. I never once said he was the mastermind.
Then it was all Kokichi's lie?
Yeah, that is what that would mean. With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world. Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
Do you want to know? Then I'll tell you. I'm getting kind of bored with all the lying, so everything I say now will be the truth, okay?
His deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
But what about the Exisol? If Kokichi wasn't the mastermind, how'd he control them so easily?
He just used Mew's remote control, right?
Mew's remote control?
So the remote that Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
Oh, you didn't know? Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer, she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device.
God damn, Mew really was the ultimate inventor. Holy crap, newfound respect for Mew.
Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the Exisols and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite. Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
Were we just being dragged around by Kokichi's lies the whole time?
What were you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi?
Yeah! Now you're gonna be all quiet? This is so frustrating!
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
What a great question. Let's stop right there and we'll continue this class trial, which I'm not joking, still has probably another 2 or 3 episodes left in it because we still haven't learnt the entire truth. But man, I cannot keep praising what they've done here. Bravo to Spike Chunsoft, bravo, because this is impeccable. It is immaculate. It is incredible. Awesome. Really, 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 truly awesome. And I can't wait to keep showing you even more. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 104 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. My name's Ultima456. You're the Ultimates. And I'll see you next time.